This video is an introduction to attributes within the PIM, just to show you how flexible it is. It's just an introduction about how they can be used. So if I go into any product, I can see basically, I've got a tab here which I've specifically called attributes here. But attributes are different things. They could be descriptions, long descriptions, short descriptions. They could be, pick lists. They could be different URLs, different data types. And you can add them anywhere on a page or into a tab. You can add new tabs. Going to show you some examples of that in a minute. But basically, attributes are just additional fields or existing fields where you want to hold data. When we load the PIM, we come with a standard set. So generally we've got dimensions, dimensional data, product features, descriptional stuff, SEO type stuff. But you can add your own anytime. So if I just sort of show you how this works. I'm just going to add a product called test one. I'll call it test attributes. Don't worry about anything else at the moment. So if I save that and I just go into the attribute field, you can see a whole set of attributes have been left. Generally, they won't be this type of format. This is just my demo area, but they'll have names, so things like material, color, generic things like this, which will have values which you'll add as part of your setup. They could be decimal type elements, so you're just adding a decimal point into something. Thing to remember is this is a highly configurable area, so as we go on, you can change labels, you can add fields, you can design the page to move things around. So, if I want that over there or whatever, I could just do these types of things. I can even add new fields onto a page using this, or I can create page layouts by adding new sections, new components here, and then I'm just putting related fields or that we've created onto the page. So I can create this, or I could add new tabs and the like, or move fields around. So it basically is what I want to do. The product is very, very configurable and very, very easy to do. To give you some example of how some other examples of where that it's not just attributes, but any object. These are objects that we call can have attributes. So here, for this bathroom commodes category, then attributes are generally linked to this. We've got some analytic fields here, warehouse fields, dimensional stuff in terms of what this had. But equally, we've added some tabs here for additional information related to legislative information, excuse that, or we've got, different directional information, but you can see how the page is being set out or laid out, for things. Equally, other objects where there's a relationship of, this product has these suppliers associated with it. And in this instance, we want to start bringing in some supplier information into this. So these are attributes. It could be, we're into our assets column, and again, we've started to add some additional attributes. These are just fields and page layouts, so very, very quickly, you as a client, can start to lay out your pages, lay out your sections, as you want, very, very quickly. It doesn't need us as a business, to do that type of thing. Just to give you a totally different view. So if I go into, this is exactly the same, but you can see this is highly styled. Got different, it's a fashion company. So, variants, obviously we've got some additional attributes going on here. We've got some description and copy. You can see that the labels have all been changed, to meet the requirements from that. So this is just covered by our an attribute configurator that we've got within the system. Shop the look, assets within this. But this is just taking our base PIM, and effectively just styling it or changing it to our requirements or your requirements within this. So you can start to see how attributes can be used within the PIM, and I'm going to be covering this in a lot more detail in some of the other videos.